Hey guys, Dark Humility here. Today we have yet another Season 8 PD2 closed beta build. This is, no cap, my favorite build of all time. This is what I used to just troll people with in melee PvPs. I'd just jump into the middle of them and kill them all back in LOD. It's the Shiver Armor Sorc. And you might be thinking, Shiver Armor Sorc? That's not viable. That's going to be as slow as F. Wrong. Because of the power of Dangoon's teaching and Innocence, we now have a way to do it, where we will max out the power of Shiver Armor, including pre-buff, and on top of that, get a very maxed synergized level 31 Frost Nova. Fun fact, Frost Nova, one of the synergies you need to max out the power of this proc, which has just been buffed here in the recent patch notes, is Shiver Armor. That's right. Interesting coincidence. That means that you can just max out Shiver Armor, Ice Bolt, Cold Mastery, and then, of course, Cold Enchant for the Shiver Armor synergy. And so, you basically just teleport into mobs and they die. As many monsters as you possibly can. You're also going to want to remove the teleport debuff if possible. And don't worry about energy shield being like super powerful. The main thing you wanted to do is just to mitigate damage while you also go max block on an insanely high defense tanky build. Arguably there's even ways to make this tankier than this, but the idea is just to jump into the monsters and kill them. This is the Shiver Armor Sorc I remember from back in LOD, and hopefully you guys can now enjoy it on PD2 and max power. Because this is a mapping build. That's right. Let's show off the gear. So of course we're going to have Infinity. You're going to want to reduce those res further, make the Merc really tanky, and the Merc can do some damage for you as well, why not? Merc is also going to have Defiance Aura on us. You can see that with a maxed out Shiver Armor, we have 17,000 defense. Of course, that's no accident with Storm Shield, Innocence, and of course Nightwings that also has a bunch of defense. This is going to make you very, very tanky. Extremely tanky, in fact. Good stuff. I'm actually not at max block right now, which is a bit of a problem, but you actually do want max block with this. I'll probably restat here in a second before I demo, but it's okay. This is also key. We're going to need the Frost Nova when striking weapon. This is where we want to put the synergies in to make this level 31 Frost Nova as strong as a level 31 Frost Nova that you would normally have on your Sorc, but it procs all the time. 33% chance, that's a lot. Innocence, this is also 100% required. This is how you automatically proc Frost Nova, just by going near monsters. The Blade Shield will proc any cast on striking effect, including that one. So this is just one of many memes you can do, of course, with Innocence. But it works really well with a Sorc that essentially tanks up as much as possible, and also has a very powerful Shiver Armor to further add to the pain of monsters that attempt to hit you. You have Nightwing's Veil for Cham, and of course is for more cold damage, negative cold res. Cold damage is the only way to power up a skill that, of course, you don't actually have access to directly. So you can't actually like boost Frost Nova from it, so you're going to want the cold damage charms. Truth be told though, cold skillers would get pretty close as well, because they would also have negative enemy res just off of cold mastery. So you could use cold skillers as well. As a matter of fact, I might even use cold skillers interchangeably to pre-buff Shiver Armor as well. And then of course you're going to want that, and that. Negative cold res, more cold damage, plus skills, everything. Tons of fun, tons of damage, increased maximum mana. You're going to want to tank up with the increased maximum mana stat. And of course you're going to have max block and DR here as well. So in general, plus skills, everything you're going to need for Shiver Armor, on top of everything you're going to need for Frost Nova. Now what I'm going to do real quick here before I show you guys the stats, as I'm going to respec it if possible. Let's see if I can get it to what I want. Need to max this out here. So this is very strong. Now I haven't even haven't even shown my stream yet. I'm about to show them the strongest version of this build. I would just put the rest of the points into energy after you're done getting max block though, because the energy shield's going to help you tank up a lot. And then of course they're going to want some res, but res isn't a huge priority. You can definitely use the cold skillers though. Cold skillers are very effective, as you can see from this. You get 1 cold pierce and 2 cold damage. It's kind of hard to say whether or not -1 cold pierce is better than 2% cold damage, but I think either one will work pretty well, because that's all you're going to be getting from those anyway, so I'll do that one there. Not going to want to do Frost Nova itself because that's coming from your weapon. So you're going to want to do Frostbolt, Shiver Armor, and this is why, like I said, you got to max Shiver Armor anyway, so you may as well just go all in on it because it's a passive build, and you're just supposed to jump into the monsters. So why not? Makes sense to me. You can get Warmth just to help sustain a little bit more on the mana side of things, but it's not super important. You're definitely going to want at least that 1 point energy shield. Don't worry about min-maxing the telekinesis. Just make sure you can teleport around without your damage being curtailed too much by these nerf here. And then you can be good. And that is pretty much as powerful as that's going to get. If you look at the stats though, we're pretty tanky. You know, we got very high damage reduction. We've got a lot of really good things going on here. Nearly 40%. We got some FCR, which is good because you don't want to teleport too slowly. We do have regular FCR frames again, as of a couple seasons ago, so that's always nice. And then, of course, like I said, once again, with a mercenary like that, you do have like 17,000 defense. Now, the monsters will still hit you with 17,000 defense. And the good news is even if you block those hits, as long as the hit attempts a block, as long as they attempt to hit you, Shiver Armor will deal damage no matter what. As long as they attempt a hit. That's all they have to do is attempt a hit.
I can already tell that I'll be your best friend in this forsaken camp.
So all they have to do is attempt to hit you. Now, most of the time, they might be in hit recovery from the Frost Nova, but they're not always in hit recovery from the Frost Nova. And every time you get hit by any kind of melee attack, you'll be rest assured that they're dealing even more damage to them, getting them wrecked even faster. So this is kind of what I was talking about earlier here. So we could go this. I think I'm actually going to... Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll just have one of those down there. I think all in all, honestly, we might just want the cold skillers on us because we're going to actually invest in this. This will also give us a lot of tankage from res too, because then we can have res charms. I thought that might be a better idea, but because cold mastery exists, cold mastery is going to help us with this damage, even if it's not helping Frost Nova. So I think we'll just take the hit on the percent damage a little bit, but we'll get more negative res from it. From the from buffing up cold mastery there with the skillers, which is fine. And then I think that's going to make it a lot easier to pre-buff Shiver Armor, so it's not going to be like super frustrating to buff that up. And of course, what we're going to do now... What's up, Bella? How you doing? The true platform. How is it in the kingdom of Reno? It's a kingdom. Alright, so... It's like you just said, it's a kingdom. Alright, so there's a very quick pre-buff you can do with all of these plus skills. I mean, you can even get like a +4 AMI if you want. Obviously, you can't corrupt in the closed beta, so I can't like fully do this. But notice here, I can get 5,000 Shiver Armor damage. That's gonna hit as hard as any Frost Nova now. So anytime they hit me as well, they're gonna take double the pain. So, good for them, right? So, just cast Shiver Armor, casted everything else. It's pretty much all we gotta do. And then we go make a map and then demo this build. And you can tell me if this looks interesting or not. Let me know in the comments below. The Shiver Armor Sorc is real. It's not just a meme. But I suppose it speaks for itself. Alright, so we're good. Pay attention to the buff timer down there. Make sure to teleport around so that the blade shield's hitting as many monsters as possible. They will attempt to hit me and they'll deal damage. They will hit me and deal damage. I'm super tanky. This is probably the tankiest way to play like any kind of a Frost Nova or Shiver Armor build of any kind, really. There we go. That's all you gotta do, you just gotta press the teleport button. When the Shiver Armor runs out, you can swap out your gear real quick again real fast. It's really tanky. I don't know, it doesn't die. Kills monsters at a pretty reasonable pace, honestly. Not bad. I don't know how to use a potion yet. I might have to soon though. Monsters are finally tasting the Shiver Armor, man. Maybe not in the way I expected, but... We'll work on a different map? Oh yeah. Don't worry, we'll show that off in a second. Honestly, it works about as well as Frost Nova in very high dense situations. Like actual Frost Nova. Like if you just went Frost Nova. It's pretty good. Are you commenting on the fact that I have the same amount with this build? Yeah, I have like 100,000 DPS with it. I told you. Alright, we're gonna go do a different map here. Right before the Shiver Armor runs out. Kill! Die. This is like the drink water build right here. Well, that's what killed himself though. Ice bolt it? Nah, that shit's like got no damage. It's not really, not really. Not really. You don't like it, Blaze?
Hello.
You don't like this build? Oh man, come on, dude. You know, for a meme build, this is actually pretty solid. How can you not like this build? This is like... I don't know how you could not like it. Alright. I actually missed out on some damage there. Alright, we're gonna buff again real quick. Okay. Swap. Couple of basic stuffs. Boom. 5,000 Shiver armor, basically. Put it back. Boom. Boom. Alright, let's do another one. Do you guys think that's the only map she can do? Oh, come on now. Come on now. That's not even true. Not even true. Can I do this map, or is this map like... Nah, this map might be hard. Huh. Honestly, this could be kind of funny to see. Okay. Follow me, monsters. Come in my whirlpool of death. It's going well. How about for you? Nah, level 15 Frozen Orb is trash. And then you gotta go two-handed and then you just get to die for fun. D2R season is kind of whatever for me because like they keep doing it on the same time PD2's resetting, so rip. Kind of whatever, man. No. Keep in mind, of course, I'm just using Jews because I'm being lazy. You can just use, you can just sustain with normal potions if you want. It's easy. You gonna kill me? A bounty on my head. I don't think I can kill that thing. Maybe I can though. Pretty good.
Good afternoon.
That's pretty good. All right. GG. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the demo of the Shiver Armor passive Sorc. Dangoon's teaching and Innocence. There you go. Shiver Armor, Frost Nova, teleport. But all you really do is teleport. There you have it. Have fun. Super tanky, super smash. See you guys in season 8. Let's crush it. Let's smash it. Let's get it.